What's going on, guys? How we doing? We're back and we recovered obviously from the last vlog. I had man flu for a couple of days, which sucked, and it did mess with me mentally a little bit. Scale weight fluctuations, can't train, on prep, low food, boring days, no energy, so it's all good. It kind of was like 48 hours and then we just flushed it out. But yeah, honestly, like I feel like these videos, these vlogs are generally like, they are really boring. They are really boring. And I hope they're not boring, but like they're very repetitive, I mean. Because at the end of the day, this is just my life, and I'm so happy. I'm really happy, and it's just, I'm enjoying like these morning routines. Michael comes and films, we chat shit, and I sit and do work for a couple of hours in the morning, and then we go train, and the team are making incredible progress, and everything's good, everything's good. So today we are just going to film a little bit in the morning. We're just going to do a training session. We're going to get a bunch of reels for IG. I'm making the effort to pump a lot more money into Michael, into videography work, especially for the team and stuff like that as well. Obviously we have our training and our exercise libraries, we have our lifestyle libraries, so just want to make sure they're getting very good content and different content as well, like very specific to their needs. So yeah, anyway, we are back. I'm just gonna talk life today. I don't want to talk about anything specific because we don't need to. Like, you see my food, you see what I do every day, you know my routine. If you follow me on Instagram, you know what I do on a day-to-day basis. So yeah. Anyway, we are 4 weeks and 1 day out from the first show. We had a new low weigh-in today. I'm seeing a lot more detail in my body. Like, even just sat here, there's a lot more lines, a lot more definition. I feel fatigued. I don't feel hungry. I don't feel food focused, anything like that, which is great. I just feel fatigued. I just feel like it's been, I don't know, like 14 weeks of dieting now. Just starting to get like, in the afternoons I'm tired, so that's why I prioritize everything in the mornings. So it's just making sure that I'm very smart with my to-do lists. I'm very smart with that sort of stuff. But otherwise, that's it. We just keep chipping away. We had some small changes this week from Cam, but it wasn't anything crazy. Food's been the same for a while. We haven't changed food. We haven't changed cardio. So cardio is still 40 minutes. Food's like 2,700 on training days, 2,400 on rest days. So the food's at a good standpoint. We just increased clenbuterol, so we increased the fat burner, so a thermogenic. We increased some kind of anabolics. So we just did small little jumps with anabolics, nothing too crazy. Yeah, we're good, guys, we're good. So I'm gonna eat my pre-workout meal. I'm gonna put my headphones in, watch a bit of a podcast, and we're gonna crack on with the day. We're gonna crack on. We got push today, so we got titties, shoulders, and triceps. Anyway, enjoy this one. We're just gonna talk, we're gonna film some exercise tips, and we're just gonna talk life, whatever I feel like. So enjoy. Communication is everything, and from the get-go with clients, with team members, I'm like, we need to talk. Like, almost think of me like your boyfriend. That's literally how strong our communication needs to be. And I'm massive on it. Like, always, like 5 times a day, looking at training videos so they get drip fed throughout the day. Like, just making sure that the team constantly don't have to worry about, oh, do I need to do this? Do I need to do that? Like, I'm there 24/7 to a point, right? Because I only know this from the first coach I had, even the second coach I had, where I was getting ready for shows, photo shoots, and I was waiting for a reply, and the reply wasn't kind of what I was expecting, or it was very quick and things like that. And that's really, it's really unsettling as a client, as an athlete, and it's just not a nice position to be in. So that was kind of one of those moments where I was like, when I'm coaching people and things like that, that needs to change. So yeah, massive, and just talk. Communication is everything. So on that note, we are going to wrap up at the coffee shop, and we are going to go home, sort ourselves out, and go to the gym. obviously being 4 weeks out, I used to like follow the logbook, like follow this like religiously. Like if I wasn't progressing on like X, Y, and Z and I didn't see these numbers going up, I was gonna beat myself up and I was gonna chop my head off. One of those. I go into things a little bit more light-hearted now. So for example, like I've got my dumbbell incline at the start, I've got a shoulder press, and that's kind of my two big movements, I guess you can call it, and a flat press. As long as I'm getting better in those two lifts, technically the weight goes up, maybe an extra rep, maybe the tempo's better, maybe the connection's better. I don't really care about, I shouldn't say I don't care about the rest of the session, but the other isolation movements aren't as important, it's the worst thing to say, but they're not like a main priority. And obviously being at 4 weeks out, like I would say normally that you're starting to get weaker, but I'm actually not getting weaker yet. So I'm not going to rule that out. All that's happened over probably the last 6 months is that I've stripped back a lot of my weight that I was training with before. I've relearned the movement. I've relearned how to get better depth, better connection to the muscle, better execution, better tempo, which has forced me to make massive reductions in the weight that I put on the bar or the machine. And now I'm building it back up. And obviously probably over the next week, strength's gonna drop off and things like that. But the biggest fat burner tool, potentially the reason why I'm able to eat a lot of food still, potentially the reason why my cardio isn't crazy amounts, because honestly it's like I train fucking hard, I do, like, and I aim to get stronger every session. When people go into session, like I said on Instagram this morning, I was like, I feel a bit tired, a bit fatigued, but I'm like, you gotta let that shit go. You gotta let it go. Like, come on, we've got shit to do. Let's go into the gym, let's own it. It's only an hour and a half of you putting your head down and cracking on, because no one else is gonna do this for you. No one else, like I said to Michael, I can teach the team, I can teach clients everything about training, nutrition. I can give them all my knowledge and I can get them mind-blowing results, but it's up to them how they implement it. It's up to them the intensity they put in every day, the quality of things every day. So more of the story is track what you're doing, but don't be too anal with it. I look at, like, you know when you see Cam, like, motherfucker's black. And you're like, you definitely look better with a tan, so maybe I just need to start tanning up a little bit more. I wasn't really in the mood of talking to the camera before. And then Michael gets here, we talk shit, we talk about relationships, we talk about life, and now I'm hyped. This is what happens, see? You just change the mentality. You can thank Michael, you can hire him, he can film, take pictures, and he can make you feel a bit more bubbly as well. I think that's gonna be way better, right? Yeah, it's visually way more appealing. This looks like water. But then you're like, that tastes absolutely phenomenal. So, massive shout out to AJ. AJ is a Raw athlete and a Revive athlete. So, I don't know what his discount code is, but we'll find it and we'll put it on the screen now. We'll support AJ. And I think you can get some money off Raw supplements, which is great. And this is their intra EAAs, which is epic, really, really good. So getting good quality supplements in Dubai is really hard because of obviously import taxes. Only big companies can afford to be here. But Full Bore are absolutely amazing. Like, they send out the best supplements ever. And dude, honestly, he gets it here in like 48 hours. It's shit you not, it's insane. So honestly, man, like, thank you so much, guys. I'm not even affiliated with them. I buy all my supplements. I used to be affiliated with a company. But yeah, I just buy all my supplements from them and they are amazing. So thanks, guys. What's the metaphor? Show. No. Prove it. Don't talk it. It's the same as your Prove that you can do the job. Not all talk on the table, do you know what I'm saying? I can imagine the reel of this is just lots of bleep, bleep. Someone said that, you know the anonymous questions you got on Instagram now? Yeah. Obviously, all they ask are, am I gay? Am I in a relationship? Or do I have an OnlyFans? I feel like I need to start an OnlyFans. There's enough questions about it. Podcast with me and Joe is live. The 1% podcast, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify. We're taking over the world. Actually, I did 2 podcasts yesterday with Lloyd, who's an ex-professional boxer, and Jeremy, who's a body transformation coach in Australia as well. So that was really good. And I've actually got podcasts all lined up for the next 2 months, pretty much. Every Wednesday we record, so there'll be a podcast every week, just getting on different individuals who I believe are progressing at that 1%, people that inspire me and that I believe can give value to you guys. So super easy. So yeah. How talkative I'm going to be. I always get into trainings now and I'm like, just head down and kind of crack on. But we'll throw around some tips. We'll just talk when I feel like talking. Keep it very just natural, very me. But we're just going to start with a slight incline press, upper chest focused to start. And we'll just get warmed up. Good one with this one, guys. Whilst you're here, feet, lock them down tight. Hips and glutes tight. Shoulder blades, lats digging into the bench. And then from there, elbows lead. So you want to really get the elbows drive down, stretch out the chest, and then think about driving the elbows together smoothly. I was going to do another one, but I'd get tired. 4 weeks, baby, 4 weeks. Don't get fucking weak. Hey. That's good. Remember, on that last rep, you still control it down. Just because you're done doesn't mean you just get rid of the weight. Control it, finish it. Head game, head game. Starting to feel a bit flat in my body, which is a good sign. Kind of like the flatness is like when your muscles kind of like, they don't feel as poppy and they kind of don't look like you can't get a pump sort of thing. So it's good, it's good. The body's starting to deplete, and then when we add more food closer to the show, obviously we still got some body fat to pull off and stuff still, but then you add the food back in and you pop up. But for now, we fucking work. So it's going to be 6 to 9 reps. On that first set, we're going to get a dead stop. So the weight's going to sit on our chest, tension's going to be there. 1 second, and then drive up. So we're pushing the entire weight. So there's no momentum. It's a dead stop, then we're driving up the whole way. So raw weight we're pushing. And the second set will be continuous reps. So we'll get a stretch, then drive through. Just different ways of attacking the muscle fiber. Really good. Like I said at the beginning of the video, guys, is that we got a couple of those big lifts. That was the same reps as I did last time, but there was more control. There was a better stop, stronger drive out. Let's fucking go. Talked about it in the podcast yesterday, and it's like, I've worked every day from my kayaking to compete at World Championships, to compete at European Championships, to be a British champion, to be a World Cup bronze medalist. Now I go into fitness and bodybuilding to step on a stage for about 5 minutes. It's taken me 5-6 years to do this sort of stuff, to get in shape for a photo shoot, and for what? For a couple of pictures and to get on stage. What you learn about yourself throughout this process and how you progress it's fucking everything. If you focus on the end goal, it's the most demotivating thing on the planet. It's just like, just to come out here and enjoy training and enjoy just enjoy every day, man. Let's go. Continuous reps. Nice stretch, nice drive the elbows together, squeeze that nut in the middle of the chest. Go! Yeah! We don't get weak. Let's go eat some donuts. Nah, let's go do some shoulder press first. I've said it a million times, but take your time setting up the machine. Make sure it's set for you. Very similar to your chest press. When we're doing a lot, obviously on a push day, it's a lot of pushing. So here, again, imagine elbows dropping just below shoulder height, and then imagine just driving the elbows together at the top. Shoulders are one of those ones where you're like, oh, it's okay. Bang. Control the reps. Own the weight. Regardless or not, just take everything till failure. And when I say failure, it's not like you're fucking flopping around. Controlled failure. If you physically can't do any more with controlled reps, it's good. It's good. Just taking every movement, every muscle to that maximum output. And honestly, like, hard work always pays off. Work hard. If you put in 100%, you'll get 100% back. Put in 80, you'll get 80. We'll go work on that side delt now. See how many sets they've got. Lying cuff raises. The best exercise to make your shoulders look sick. To give them that 3D effect, to make them look big, round. It's working obviously that outer part of the shoulder. So that lateral head, so it grows out. It's fiddly, yes, it's not the best movement to set up, but do it. Amazon, buy some cuffs on Amazon. Shouldn't spend any more than like $20, $30, 20, 30 pounds, max. Shoulder blades back, relaxed, and imagine driving your knuckles away, leading with your elbows. Stretch at the bottom, shoulder blades back and relaxed. Drive your knuckles out, lead with the elbow. The benefit of obviously being on a bench, you're stabilized. You don't have to worry about rocking the body around. And it keeps the traps out of it. A lot of time when people do lateral raises, they shrug up. So here, relax, and just almost imagine like a pendulum coming out to the side. One more set here, 10 to 15 reps, and then we'll rest for 10 seconds, rep till failure. Keep the same weight. So rest, pause. I always say with a rest pause, if you can get more than 6 to 8 reps, your working sets could have been heavier. And then you saw towards the end there, I think I got 3 or 4 full reps, and then I just partialed. So there's that constant tension in the side delt, and you're almost like pulsating, keeping that weight there. All right guys, with a pec fly, when you're using that kind of like a cable, it honestly doesn't matter if your elbows are here and your hands are in this position or if they're here. Because at the end of the day, the elbow is still in that stretch position. The elbow doesn't move. So wherever you want to have your hands, you can. For me, I kind of like a little box position. And then drive the elbows together, squeeze the chest. And a really big thing with chest flies, what you see people doing is driving the hands together so they're here. That doesn't shorten the chest. Instead, what we want to do is think about elbows together so it's here. So you really shorten that chest. Here, there's no tension on my chest, but if I drive my elbows together, loads. Elbows back, stretch the chest, keep the tension, elbows drive together. I feel quite skinny today. It's horrible, isn't it? Then you get to that point of lean where you're like, look shit. And we're going to do a very similar technique to our lying cuff raises. For me, I hate holding onto these handles because it makes me want to pull my hand up, not my elbow. So I kind of, again, imagine I'm holding dumbbells and I just pull out to the side. It's a good technique, obviously, if you've got room between machines and you can have your arms straight, it's nice. So from here, it's just lock in, and I'm just going to think about driving my knuckles like a swing out to the side, lead with my elbows. Size of the session, it's crashing. Let's train the triceps, crossovers. Elbow stays nice and relaxed. Nice stretch at the top. Imagine doing a bicep curl at the top. So you squeeze the bicep, and then I want to drive my kind of hands almost into the machine and squeeze my triceps at the bottom. Fucking stomach fat. Right, I'm gonna do another pee break, I'm sorry. And then we're gonna go hit the dip machine, abs, and then we pose. Collect the weight, and then from there, shoulder blades, locking back, almost engaging the lats, and I'm just gonna drive my elbows. Everything's about those elbows. Shoulders stay still. Elbows go up to the sky and then drive away. Quite heavy. Our shoulder isn't pushing it down, so when it come up, it's not pushing it down there. It just stays in the secure position, lat engaged, and it's just here. Boom, making sure we're not pushing down here. You can see on those last ones, just pulsating. When we can't get those full reps out, keep the tension, the tricep, the chest, get those last little reps out. We're all done here, guys. We're gonna go do some abs, and then we pose. When it comes to abs, honestly, like, try a bunch of different ab exercises, and there might be 1, 2, 3 exercises that you can really connect to extremely well. For me, it's a decline leg lift, So I've just always ran these. I kind of change up the position. Sometimes I think about bending my knees, draw my knees more in, go legs a little bit straighter, mixing it up here and there, and just making sure that I connect my abs really well. And then obviously I'm doing vacuums. I have done vacuums for quite a long time now, so practicing that. So problem is with abs, what loads of people do is that number one, they go too heavy on abs. They use weighted exercises, they're swinging the body. It's very, very small. Think of your abs like your bicep. All you want to do is just squeeze, nice and smooth. What a lot of people do with abs is they use their hip flexors, not actually their abs. So you'll see here just really slow, not massive movements, but just really isolating the abs. I'll do this set and I might take my top off and we should be able to. Well, there's a little bit of abs there. We probably could do it. Inhale on the way down. Exhale on the crunch, pushing all the air out of your abs.
Let's go! Snap your fingers, do your step. You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, do your step. You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, then rock with it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Go drop with it. Do a step with it. Put your hips with it. All my ladies, let me see you put a twist with it. You can't do it like me.
Alright guys, there is another training session, another posing session, all wrapped up. Every minute, every day we get closer, and I'm excited to the routine. Like I said on a couple of reels, videos before, it's like the routine's great. I'm excited to show it. We've still got a good 4 weeks to kind of get it all dialed in, locked in, and enjoy it. So honestly, just like I said earlier on the video, like I'm good, I'm happy, but I do need to go have a power nap now. I'm tired today, so it's cool. I'll see you in the next vlog. I will see you in the future. Help me out, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.